Hey everybody, it's me, your Dungeon Master Russ Moore. We have a very special couple episodes for you today. Yes, we're going to be dropping 2. We need a little break this week as I edit this massive Banjo Man battle that I don't want to rush, so that will continue next week. But in the meantime, we've got 2 episodes from our dear friends at Jesters of Ravenloft. It's the same team that creates Dumbgeons and Dragons, so we're very close with them, and we think you're really going to love it. We've been on the Jesters bandwagon since they launched. But what is Jesters of Ravenloft? Well, it's a podcast where a collection of comedians start a D&D campaign, only to find out that they are the characters, and they've been sucked into the nightmare realm of Ravenloft. It's DM'd by Ryan LaPlante, who, he's put down that he's an award-winning game designer and voiceover actor, which just sounds fancy, but he's just a good old goof like the rest of us. And it's a cast of professional comedians. Jesters of Ravenloft is the show that will make you laugh no matter what horrors are happening to its characters. There's not much that I really want to get into, so you can just dive in and experience it the way that I experienced it, which was to let it wash over me as the comedians are starting at level 0 and figuring out that they are in fact playing a game and what skills they're gonna have. Spoiler alert, they don't know a lot about D&D, so maybe their skills will help them and maybe it won't. Because you get 2 episodes from Jesters of Ravenloft every week, we're going to be dropping 2 episodes for you here today to get the full experience and twice the fun. So at any point throughout this episode or the next one, if they really haven't got you by that point, go listen to Jesters of Ravenloft. Follow them anywhere you listen to podcasts. They're our dear friends, and they could be yours too. We hope you enjoy the episode. More new Dumbgeons and Dragons coming next week. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.
Hello, everybody. I am Ryan LaPlante, the DM, and I'm the only person who knows what the hell is going to happen because none of these players know anything about where we're going. No character sheets have been handed out. They do not know anything about this game. So I want to start before we dive in with a bit of a warm-up to just get everybody's kind of nerves freed up a little bit. So we're just going to do an easy improv scene. So we're going to say that the 4 of you are at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. You are on stage as an act. It's one of the big places to go and do comedy. Adam, what is the name of your sketch troupe?
Wet Change.
Wet Change.
Yep.
What a name. You've had your set. You've done a number of sketches. You're closing in on the end, and it's time for the big closer of the night. Tyler, what is the name of your closing sketch?
It's just called the Pie Sketch.
The Pie Sketch. You've gone to Edinburgh. You're having your big night. There's a big crowd. You're performing the Pie Sketch. Guy, what is everybody wearing? Dell is not performing. Dell is your behind-the-scenes design
thank
wizard.
God.
So,
Thank God.
It's a series of Chippensdale's vests, sans pants, just hanging out.
Chippensdale's vests, no pants. You start on stage, and each of them are holding their signature prop that you have made for them, Dell, because you've got that artistic talent. So what prop are they all holding?
Considering the no pants situations, I think they all have matching colored fedoras to the underwear, I guess.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
The lights come up, and your 3 performers are standing on stage, ready to perform the Pie Sketch, wearing Chippendales outfits and matching fedoras.
Guys, where's the pie?
Did somebody say pie?
Mr. Pie Man.
I throw a pie
Hello.
Guy and one
Wait.
at Adam.
Hey, I'm the pie guy. I heard you cry out that you wanted some pies, and I brought some pies, but I hid them somewhere under my hat.
Well, let me go and bend over to pick up my hat. You won't see anything untoward when I bend over.
Dell, you designed the outfit. What's he revealing?
A tiny rabbit sock puppet.
Hey, Mr. Pie Guy,
Yeah.
I'll trade you this rabbit pelt for some pants.
Did you just skin that rabbit before I came here?
Don't ignore the question. Answer it.
You didn't dry it or anything. It's soaking wet.
Look, son of a bitch, give me pants or I'll skin your rabbit.
Look, the way that pants work is that you eat the pizza and then the pants happen. But I'm not
Tyler,
just going to give you
roll
pizza.
me a D20?
That's a 7.
You think this is going great. Let it ride, baby. let him carry it forward.
Yeah. I have been throwing pies at both of them this entire exchange. And the whole thing is they do not acknowledge that they are being absolutely destroyed by pies.
Del, can you roll me a d20?
Oh, okay. 17.
You know that this is tanking, and you just remembered that if they don't start riffing a good bit, this sketch dies. So you have control of the lights. How do you signal that they need to wrap this up with the famous closing line of wet change?
For one thing, we got pyrotechnics. Also, there is a line that I can pull and makes pants on a string like come out like a curtain.
Like a clothesline?
Yeah, like on a clothesline. So I'm pulling the pants out and then I'm hitting the pyrotechnics and I just yell from backstage, "Whatcha!"
That's the sound that pizza makes.
The pants, the pizza, the rabbit, it's all come together. How can I ever pay you?
It's interesting you said that. You can pay me in wet change.
And there is a mediocre round of polite applause from the audience as you stand on the stage. Only all of you feel what you assume to be a fog machine come on, and this cloud swirls out around you, which you know isn't planned. And Del, you look around backstage because that doesn't make sense because you didn't turn on the fog machine, and it just keeps pouring out and billowing to the point where you can't see anything. And you all take a step forwards and you hit trees, these barren, disturbing trees around you. And rather than walking out of the mist as you move forwards, the mist recedes and draws back. And you find yourselves standing in your Chippendales vests with no pants and fedoras, having been dragged into a medieval realm. The thing I didn't tell all of you about your characters is you are your characters.
Super.
No.
Oh, God, you couldn't have said we had +3 plate armor for our little sketch.
And then the other thing that I'm very excited about, because no one really knows themselves, but their friends do, which means none of you are deciding your own character sheets. Everyone else will be deciding your character sheet.
This is Ryan from Slightly More in the Future. Our band of heroes spent about 40 plus minutes building each other's characters on air. Stuff got weird. If you want to check it out, you can find it on YouTube. The big things are everyone gave each other proficiency in religion for some reason, except Del, and they all have a bunch of weird things in their pockets. But most importantly, now that that's done, we can send you back to the story.
You step out of these broken woods to see the sun setting in the distance, and in front of you is a large, ramshackle, unpredictable medieval town. Everything is asymmetrical, everything is strange. And as you look left and right, you see other figures staggering out of these woods as the mists roll forwards and recede. And when you look into the distance, you can see almost a wall of mist that is keeping and encircling this town and the surrounding lands. In front of you, these people are approaching a crowd of a number of figures, all brightly and differently dressed, some injured, some healthy, some what you would consider human, the majority not. You are all wearing Chippendale vests with no pants and matching fedoras, except for Del, who is dressed like Del normally, but just all in black because she was backstage.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Take out my cell phone. What are our bars? Where the fuck are we?
0 bars. No clue what's going on.
Hold on, guys. Let me try and see beyond the mist. I have this little light. I have this little lighter here. Hold on. Let me just use it.
Can you roll me a perception?
All righty. That will be a 6.
You do not see anything. The mists are far away. The light is falling, and you have a lighter.
Yep.
Yes, that makes sense. Sorry, guys.
As you see the mists recede, as the final figures come out of them, the mists are pulling further and further back, and you're beginning to hear spooky noises in the woods behind you.
Well, I'd like to move away from those then. Moving away from them puts me further towards the town. Is that right?
Correct. You can see the figures that were apparently there before you, other people. Everyone else is dressed that you can see in what you would know as a medieval fashion. Some of it would seem very Ren Fair or cosplay-y. It's outside the realm of normal, but like a fantasy movie. Some of it seems vaguely Lord of the Rings, but not, consistently unto itself. Tyler, can you roll me a perception check?
Yeah. Not good. Perception 12.
12. When you look around as you are staggering away from the creepy noises, you see amongst the barren trees and other gnarled and disturbing elements of the woods, a perfectly formed and shaped laurel wreath, just in the romantic style, sitting on the ground.
I have taken off my fedora and am covering myself with it as best I can, but I will approach this wreath if it's caught my eye, and I'll walk right up to it.
Tyler is covering his crotch and approaching a laurel wreath on the ground. What are the rest of you doing as you see the townsfolk welcoming in the figures slightly ahead?
I'm basically just rubbing my arms back and forth, trying to keep warm, because I'm pretty much just completely naked and cold and scared. So I'm looking for warmth.
I'm being like, shouldn't we try to run into the mist? Because that's where we came from. Shouldn't we run into it so we could go away from this place? And I want to try to catch some mist.
Okay, can you roll me, Adam, a sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand, okay. So I rolled a 2, and my dexterity is 1.
You reach out towards the mist as though you can catch it. However, you had delayed because you weren't aware the mist was going to recede at such a supernaturally fast rate, and it is hundreds of meters away from you into the woods. So you just extend a hand towards it mournfully, thinking maybe you missed your chance. Del, what are you doing?
I'm in denial. This can't be real. Like working for the sketch troupe already was kind of nightmarish, and it was gonna be over. So now what is happening now? I wake up. This is not real. This isn't one of those pre-show nightmares.
Can you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Yes. That's a 16.
You are smart enough to remember the things that you normally can't look at during dreams. You know how people say you can't see your hands, numbers don't work, those kind of things? What do you look for to see if this is reality or if you're dreaming?
I'm pulling up grass on the ground and touching, trying to touch things that are solid and real.
Touch grass, yeah.
I gotta be touch grass.
Yep, you're on your hands and knees, and this is real.
No.
This is happening. No. You have none of those signs.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Tyler, you are heading towards a laurel wreath while protecting your crotch. What do you do?
I'll pick up the wreath.
Great. You pick it up and you start to hear a humming. Just a high pitch,
I pull the wreath to my ear. Is it coming from the wreath?
It is coming from the wreath.
Can I figure out what or how it is humming?
It's not clear. This just looks like a laurel wreath.
I'm going to bring it back to the group because I'm the only one who's been walking around. I'll carry it back.
Hey, Tyler, what's with the wreath?
I don't know. It is making a noise, and I can't figure out why or how that's possible. Can you guys hear it? Am I crazy? And I'll hold it out.
Can we hear it?
Can you all roll me a perception check?
1.
18.
18 for me as well.
I got 9.
Adam and Guy, you don't hear anything coming out of it.
Okay.
Del, you do hear a little bit. Tyler, it's the clearest to you.
I don't hear anything there, bud. You sure you didn't hit your head when we came through Narnia there?
Yeah, after we crushed it on stage with the best comedy show Edinburgh's ever seen.
No.
High five.
Don't.
High five.
It's embarrassing. Don't. I can hear it, Tyler.
Okay. I'll put the wreath around my shoulders.
This is in the romantic kind of Roman Legion style. So it's head size.
I apologize. Okay, so I'll put it on my head then.
A laurel crown. And the moment you put it on your head, you just hear a voice say, "Hello, can you hear me?"
Whoa, hello? Hi, yes, hello?
Are you in the woods? You made it through the mist?
I am in the woods. There was mist. What is going on? Who is this?
Wait, you're not in the town? You didn't get into the town to safety? And you look into the distance and see that everyone has moved into buildings and away and off the streets.
I see a town. Safety?
You need to get to the town right now. The Black Knight's coming. The Black Knight and his horde. You need to get inside somewhere or you're all dead. And the sun dips below the hill. And you hear the jangling of reins. And you hear an army chanting in the distance. And you all need to get to this town really, really fast. Or you are in some serious trouble.
And I say, I think I hear the wreath now.
What do you do?
I shout to everyone saying, okay, the wreath thing is talking to me when I wear it. And it says we have to get out of here. We have to get into town and take shelter. There's a dark night after us. And I say, come on. I start running.
I shrug. I'm like, and I just also start running.
I follow suit because it will keep my body temperature up. Come on, guys.
Great. I'm also running. I wanted to wait to make sure those two work because it's like herding cats. So I'm like in the rear, making sure everyone is going.
So you're in a full diamond formation. Tyler in the lead, Adam and Guy in the middle, Dell pulling up the rear. You are running into the town. The streets are twisting and turning, seemingly illogically built. You can see broken windows and torn open doors on some buildings that are abandoned, and the ones that remain have been reinforced. You're seeing boards hammered over windows. For a lot of you, this would look like zombie prep. If we were to say that the woods are the west of town, you are hearing the sounds of gibbering monsters coming from the south. Where do you want to go? Do you want to head north away from them? Do you want to try to go across town? Do you want to try to yank your way into buildings right beside you? What's your plan?
These are monster sounds from the south?
You're hearing chanting. It seems high-pitched. It seems strange. You come from a world of, one might say, not monsters. So I don't know what you would think a monster would sound like, but comparable to film versions of chanting hordes.
I don't know, guys. I there's not a lot of people here. Maybe the Fringe Festival audience has gone southbound, and they're singing about how great we did on stage.
I don't think we're there anymore. I think this fucking sucks. Are there any people around, like people that we can see in these buildings, or is it totally empty?
Can you roll me a perception check?
I'm looking as well. Can I roll also?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
I just got a 15.
I got 17.
Oh, there's a nat 1. As you look at all the buildings that are boarded up around you, and you can see that is approximately every third building. You can see people looking through, clearly all trying to sneak, but they are all hiding very poorly. They are clearly all watching out into the street.
I would very much like to speak to some of these people, maybe ask them what's up.
Can we like wave someone down who's like looking at us? We're like, hey, let us in.
Sure. What are you going to yell at them?
Hey, let us in.
Can you roll me a D4? I need to find out who's in the building you're yelling into.
I rolled a 2.
And you just hear a voice from inside go, "Rah! How do we know you're not with the Black Knight, rah?"
We have no pants on.
I take a step back and I remove the fedora that I've been holding to my crotch, and I just stand like T-pose, like, what does the horde look like?
Right? Not that. You got me. And you see a door crack open in the front of a large, thickly stone-walled building. And a head peeks out that looks like a combination of a bird of prey meeting with one of those creepy, I think they're Skeksis from the Dark Crystal. And it just looks out and says, "You can come in here, right?"
I snap out of my funk and be like, let's go. And I run inside.
I'll follow you, buddy.
I look at Tyler.
I mean, if those two are going in first, I like our odds a little better.
All right.
I'll go in.
Get going in.
Definitely didn't want to be first, but yeah.
And you all end up inside a humble home. It has been constructed clearly to the scale of its owner. All of it is very homespun, wooden. There are a couple of low lights. And next to you is standing, for those D&D fans out there, but not you because you don't know the term, it's an Aarakocra. It's a giant bird person. This one leaning towards turkey vulture with sharper claws, fully dressed in a leather ranger-style Aragorn-looking outfit with a large bow in its hands. And it just says, "Ah, you made it. Were you out in the woods?"
What? Well, we're...
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm Smokewing, right? I lead the Rangers.
Oh, I'm Guy.
Hi.
Hi, this is Adam. This
I'm
is
Adam.
Tyler. This is Dell.
Hi.
We're kind of a comedy troupe. We just had a great show.
Are you barbarians? Do you do feats of strength?
We do feats of comedy.
Guys, let's whip up a pie and show them how it's done. Can we do that?
I got pizza in my
I don't know if
pocket.
That's a great idea. Everything's scary enough already. Hello, Smokewing. Thanks for letting us in your house. Are we going to die?
Not if you fight well, right? Are you ready for the ambush?
What?
No.
Ambush?
Well, you're in the Ranger part of town, and the Black Knight Squires are coming. Grab weapons, right?
Looking around,
Are there
do
guns?
I see? yeah.
Yeah.
Are there guns?
Can you all roll me a perception?
Roll for gun check.
I'm
That's
a natural 20.
baby. Oh, Guy and I at opposite
20.
ends of the spectrum.
I got a
Lem-
6.
Oh, I got 11 plus
Okay.
2.
Plus what?
13.
Dell and Adam, you look around and just see what you would expect in an average hobbit's home. So you're going to have to take a selection of what you think is reasonable to exist in that environment. Tyler, you can't stop staring at the bird person and don't pick up anything. You're just remaining unarmed. Guy, what do you picture in your mind as a weapon you would want?
I just think of a really nice bow and arrow, lacquered wood, very long, curved, glossy.
Great. Everyone else goes to search the rest of the place, and you're the only person who looks as you shut the door, and you see a second bow of smoke wings next to the door that you can pick up.
I'm sorry, Smokewing?
Right? Yes, right?
If we're going to be attacked, could I use your...
Oh, yes, please.
Thank
We'll
you.
need all the help we can get, right?
You got that right, Smokewing. Okay, guys, I got a bow. What do you have?
That's a giant talking bird.
Yeah, we're in Scotland.
No, that's not normal. None of this is normal. What the fuck is going on?
Okay,
Bird.
Bird.
I've got a wooden chair. I'm gonna hold it by the back of the seat, and I'm gonna
Nice.
keep shit away from me. I got a wooden chair.
Perfect. Adam, what did you pick up?
First thing, I would have ran into the kitchen, so I think he had a really nice assortments of fruits. So I pick up a fruit basket, and I'm kind of holding it.
Can you roll me a d6?
Okay. 1.
It's a wicker basket filled with apples. But that's what you got. You are all standing by the door as Smoker says, right, you need to be quiet now. You need to be quiet. It's time for the ambush.
Oh, I am eyeing all of these boys.
Who is ambushing us? Why are you a bird? Tell us what's happening.
Adam, shut the fuck up.
Ambush away, right? And he shoves open a window and soars out with wings wide, firing the bow really furiously.
Oh, wow.
And the front door is kicked in. And you all see 2 squires of the Black Knight burst through the door. Both of them are about half the size of you all, or 2/3 the size of Adele. They are wearing almost parody Black Knight armor. It's been strapped together and bolted together. It's been beaten with hammers. It's very cheap and crude, but they are both carrying hooked swords and little wooden shields. And they just yell, "Fire Knights!" And they immediately lunge forwards to attack. Roll initiative.
I've also noticed I don't have an armor class. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
Oh, your AC right now, because you're all just wearing street clothes, is 10 plus your dex.
Okay.
6.
I got a
rolled
9.
Total of 11.
Tyler, what was your score?
I think it was also 11.
Adam will technically go ahead of you because you're scared of the bird person. So that feels
Makes
like a
sense
nice
to me. Yep.
logic solution to this. Up first, Adam, you are the closest to the door and you are carrying a wicker basket. And the first tiny evil squire lashes out at you.
How many apples do I have?
Roll me a d10.
How has it come back to Adam and apples already?
Oh,
That
yeah.
took no time at all.
2.
You have 2 apples in your basket. You had more when you started, but you ran out here in such a fury that most of them fell out.
So there's this little knight running at me with a sword.
Yep.
I throw 2 apples at him, and I go like, no, no, no. And then I throw the basket at him.
You don't get to throw the basket yet because that can happen on your turn because that'll actually do something. The 2 apples do nothing to stop him. He's in full plate armor, plus he gets to go first.
Adam, how could you throw those apples? Those are forbidden from the word of God.
Oh,
That's
man.
that religion proficiency coming into play.
JC will save me with these righteous apples.
Adam, you take 5 points of damage
Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
from the slash of this sword. You'd all thought this was a bit absurdist and a bit outrageous with these miniature knights and the bird person. And this is the first time it really hits you all that you are in battle and the enemy may be tiny, but they are very happy to kill you if they can get away with it.
Oh, God. Where's my health?
Right underneath your initiative, speed, and armor class.
You see
Oh.
your hit point maximum.
That's
and then-
11.
Yeah, so you lost 5, so you have 6 left now.
Jesus. So, like, what? He just slashes me across the face?
Slashed you across the chest with the sword.
Oh.
Yeah, he just came in.
God.
Holy
A big
fuck.
red line across your torso. You are next. You are holding a basket. What do you do?
Jesus. So I'm bleeding out of my chest. And I'm like, I just scream. And then I try to put the basket over his head to like blind him.
Okay, I'm going to need a sleight of hand.
6.
You reach out like in Skyrim, hoping you can just put the basket over the shopkeeper's head so that you can rob him of his life. However, he reaches up with his shield and bashes it aside and just goes, "Rah!" And you see black teeth as his breath hits you in the face. Tyler,
dead.
what are you
I'm
doing?
dead.
Oh, man. I mean, they're in here. I'll go for the guy in the back. I'm just going to try to tackle him and make him an easier target.
Would this be a grapple or are you looking to try to like knock him over?
a grapple. Like I'm going to try and hold him.
So let's get a strength check. Strength and athletics, if you've got
On
some there.
athletics, okay. Total of 16.
You dash forwards and grab the arms of this little squire that is fighting devilishly against you, but you do have a solid grip on it. You're holding both of its hands, one with a sword and the other with a shield, and it's just shrieking.
Hit him! Hit him! Just shouting at the top of my lungs, holding this angry little puppet.
Dell, what do you do?
Oh, I'm coming in with the chair to this guy's head, trying to hit him while Tyler's holding him.
Great. Give me an attack roll, and you can take that one with advantage. So you get to roll 2 d20s and pick the highest.
17.
That definitely hits a trapped tiny Black Knight squire. Can you roll me a d8 and add your strength?
I think my strength is nothing, so
It's better than -1.
I got a
so you have
6.
that. All right, you do 6 damage to this little beast.
Get fucked!
Yeah.
And your chair smashes as you go across it. So you now have a club, which is a simple weapon. So you get to have your additional bonus for that. It does. Well, that doesn't help you. It does the same as unarmed. That's stupid. It does 1d6. I'm going to say 1d6, and you're proficient in it. I will also say, because it's got a little bit of that chair leg daredevil thing, you can swing with your dex instead of your strength if you wish to lean into the finesse.
Ooh.
Guy.
With the bow and arrows, we're in constrained environment, right? So
Correct.
I can't really launch it. So I'm just going to take one of my arrows and I'm going to run towards the one that slashed at him, and I'm going right for the face.
It's an improvised weapon, but you are good at those. So I will say this will be your strength plus your proficiency, which will be 2.
What do I roll? +5. I got 14 there.
14. You're running towards the one that's after Adam?
Yep.
You run forwards and you jam that arrow right into their eye.
That's that improv background with those improvised weapons. That object work at play.
Can you roll me 1d8?
Okay, so that's a 6.
The first squire is struggling mightily, covered in blood with an arrow jammed into one eye, looking at Guy and Adam, just going, it is done. But the one that is just going to try to break out of your grapple, Tyler, can you roll me a strength and athletics?
Total of, oh my gosh, 18. It's the strongest I've ever been in this game.
Yes!
Really fight or flight taking over.
It absolutely cannot escape. It is desperately trying. You see, it's dropped its sword and it's just trying to bring one hand to its mouth, and it can't quite get the hand there, but it's struggling.
I'm miles away. I'm not here anymore. Just somewhere else, just hit him! Just screaming.
Meanwhile, the other squire turns, having been stabbed through the eye with an arrow, and slashes its sword towards you, Guy. What's your dex bonus?
+2.
+2. Okay, so your AC is 12. It is a nat 1. It swings the sword at you, misses you as you dance back, because you are a human bow and arrow, hits the sword into the floor and bumps its head into you, accidentally pushing the arrow all the way into its brain, killing its last remaining health point, and the squire falls dead.
And then I go up to his body and I go, looky, looky, I got hooky.
Just quoting Hook. Rufio! And that's real because we know about that?
Yep, you do that. That happens. Adam, what do you do as Guy yells Rufio at the body of the squire you have just brutally seen murdered? Also, you've been stabbed.
Yeah, so I guess I'm covered in blood and I'm like, I'm bleeding, because I'm not good around blood. And then a guy stabs him in the eye and there's more blood on me. I'm like, and then he dies on the ground. And I use that like secret strength that I have, the mom strength. I use my mom's strength, and I grab another fruit basket that he has, and I keep hitting the dead body with. I'm just like, it's like mom strength. You can't. You won't. I just keep hitting the dead body.
Can you roll me a strength and athletics?
All right. Well, I rolled a 5.
What's your athletics?
0. So 5.
Yeah. You hit this squire with the basket with all your might, trying to summon your mom's strength, but your metaphorical children are not in danger. You do not do damage to the body, and your wicker basket is still intact.
How many apples are in this one?
so soft the wicker doesn't even
None anymore. They've all bounced out from the mom strength.
This is him with his reserve strength.
Just so if anybody else needs to know for the purpose of the scene, there are a lot of apples around. You all have access to apples. Tyler, you've been yelling for someone to help you by hit this creature. Adam instead attacked the dead body. What do you do?
I've got him. I'm holding him. I'm going to try and wrestle him to the floor, I guess, and hold this guy in a way that he's still open for a beating.
Great. Get in there with athletics.
Oh, now we're getting to Tyler rolls. 12.
You tackle him towards the floor, not realizing that you're now in his house. And the squire on the floor immediately flips over and ends up on top of you, raising its shield to hit you in the face with the shield. But Del, you are standing behind this creature with your club. What do you do?
Yeah. This is zombie style double tap. I'm just taking out the back of this guy's head as much as I can.
Roll me an attack. You've got +5 on this one.
Okay. No, I rolled a 4, so it's only a 9.
Well, it's wearing armor. You swing with all your might and you miss altogether as it raises up its shield to slam it down into Tyler. Tyler, can you roll me a wisdom save?
Save is +2, 12.
It goes to bring the shield down on your head when you feel the laurel crown just yank your head to the left, and it hits into the floor and misses you by an inch and then raises it up again. Guy, what do? You've made your first Rufio kill, and now Adam is savaging the corpse.
All right. I let Adam go gorilla crazy, and then I get the bow, and I get the part that's not the string, the wooden part. I love the anatomy of bows. I basically come behind the squire, and I basically pull it at his neck, and I try to choke him out.
Alrighty, let's go with, oh man, this is an improvised roll if I've ever heard of one. Athletics. I think that's it. I would give you sleight of hand if you wanted to try to be fancier about it, but
okay. Well, I rolled a natural 20.
You lean forwards, you wrap the bow around this tiny monster's neck, pull back, and the head pops off and sprays blood all over you and Del and Tyler.
And I just put my face over it and drink it like it's a fountain. Like, this guy.
Oh my God.
Just Bruce Campbelling all over it.
You succeed in doing that. You are covered in blood. Can you roll me a con save?
This is an 11.
Yeah, you don't throw up. Like it's you engage with it with your trademark intensity, and it happens.
That's for killing Rufio.
Oh man, I think I try to scramble away from this, and there's just fucking apples everywhere. So I'm just tripping on apples and falling on my ass. It's just.
And when you all look out into the street, you can see through the open door and open window that the squires are being pegged with arrows from the left and right, from the rooftops. You've realized you're at the edge of a battle that is ongoing. Among the squires, you see nightmare dogs. They have the bodies of mastiffs, really thick, kind of pit bull bodies that are running forwards. But instead of a head, they just have an open, chomping mouth with 2 eyes, one on each of their shoulders as they dash forwards. And you see heroes with swords and other combatants stepping out. And then you hear the clumping of hooves, and you hear a terrifying neigh, and flames shoot up at the distance of the street. You can see almost like a pyro effect, and you'd see all of the defenders break. They turn and run. The heroism is gone. They are just sprinting. Can you all roll me a stealth check?
Oh, no.
Okay, well, the Google Dice Roller gave me a 19.
Nice.
And my stealth is +2, my skill.
I rolled a 17.
I got a 15.
My total is 7.
Give him a break. He's hurt.
There's something extra funny about it just being
times.
us.
I get up and I'm just like, Magic Birdman, save us, Magic Birdman.
Unfortunately, the Black Knight rolled a 20 because the Black Knight is terrifying. And you just see through the window and through the door into the street outside, you'd see a sword fly like a bullet forwards and pin a halfling to a wall. And you see another sword fly forwards, knock aside a shield from the person it was thrown at and ram itself through their neck, and the body falls. And then both of the swords fly backwards towards the source of the light. And you hear the tread of a war horse's feet on the ground. And you see a skeletal horse stomp forwards, and on its back, in onyx black, stained, terrifying metal armor covered in spikes, this helmet turns. to all of you and looks into the house with glowing red eyes and says, "Tonight I come for them. Tomorrow I come for you." And he raises his sword high and flames shoot out of his horse's eyes. And he throws the sword again, keeping the other in hand, and rides down the defenders, leaving you in your blood-soaked living room with no one else around and no other enemies. What do you do?
Guys, did you ever see Berserk or read the manga?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Okay, I don't think it's good. What's happening? I don't know about you guys. I'm going to get some clothes that are warm and that cover up my nethers, and I think we need to find some other place to go.
Was he talking about us?
Yes, he
He
was
was
talking
looking
about
at
you.
us.
I'm bleeding. Help me.
I both hands just clutch my head where the crown sits, and I say, "Hello? Hello?"
I'm going to give Tyler some Tylenol. That should probably help with his wound, right?
Well, I'm fine. Give it to Adam.
Here you go,
I
buddy.
need help. I'm bleeding.
Adam, here's a Tylenol for your headache.
My chest is open. I need a doctor.
Okay, so I take off my little
Magic
vest.
Birdman, help me.
I take off my little vest and I place it on
Adam,
Tyler.
Oh, sorry, you're giving it to me again?
No,
You're giving me the
Adam.
Tylenol, you're giving me the vest. Adam's
We're gonna
bleeding out.
die. We're gonna
Okay,
die.
let's get a medicine check from everybody. Everybody roll me a medicine.
So 16.
I rolled a 4.
7. It's an 8.
Oh no, it's wet. It's really bloody.
I have a total of 6.
Dr.
Dell,
Tyler is
Adam,
here.
Guy, you continue to panic. Tyler, you realize this wound won't kill him. You could just wrap it up and move him perhaps away from the open living room.
Is there like a tablecloth on the table or something that I can just yank? Okay, I just grab that. I just put a big, almost like toga sash on you, Adam, but it's all cinched up around the wound. And I say, that'll be fine for now. You're going to be okay.
Okay, everyone hug me. Quick. I just need a hug.
Yes, I will.
everyone
I will hug
Quickest
him.
Hugs.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, this is
hard.
tough.
Hug me
But
hard.
I love you,
again,
buddy.
arms around him, but also clutching my head. Hello? Hello? You helped us before. Hello?
Hello? Can you all hear me?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I can. No one else can.
Because you are all touching, you can all hear the voice that
Oh,
comes out of the
wow.
crowd.
Oh, who's that?
This is the voice that I heard telling us to take shelter.
You all made it into town like experts, and you're all safe. Excellent.
Oh,
We're
one of
gonna
us is-
die.
One of us is pretty badly hurt. I mean, I told him it's fine, but
Magic
that shouldn't
Headman,
be a
are you a
problem.
doctor?
You're
Hug,
all
hug.
warriors, right? You're all the deadliest folks from your realm.
What?
no.
We're
No,
really funny.
Comedians.
I draw things.
No,
We're
no.
artists.
I made a specific reach. I needed to bring champions, so I summoned 4 people from the only realm I could bring through the mists, that one stupid one where no one figured out magic. And I was very clever, so I looked for people that a small number of people want to be, but everyone else would never want to be because it seems completely insane. You know, warriors, the greatest knights and everything else. You're knights, I imagine, maybe barbarians.
No, we are artists.
Yeah, struggling artists.
What
you
the
were
main
poor,
kind.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
and we're poor.
You paint?
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, we paint a picture on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say warriors, I think you're describing like cops, but like any asshole can be a cop.
So you're assholes who go on stage?
Well,
I
think
wouldn't
so.
call
But-
myself an
Superman.
asshole.
Yeah,
but we're
No.
not cops. We're not.
I am not a
warriors.
cop.
We're not
Can you
military.
you should send us
we're-
back. You got it wrong. You should send us back.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I
Good.
used all the magic I had. We're committed now. You
Get
4 are my
more.
champions.
Send us back.
Get more.
You
Dell,
4 have to be my champions.
Yeah.
Dell, you're used to drawing the fantastical. With that breadth of knowledge, do you know what we're talking to right now?
The only thing I can ascertain is the whole berserk thing. Like, when you're in a crapsack world, you die. You don't want to be here. You want to think about it, imagine it. You don't want to be here.
Right, Game of
What's-
Thrones logic. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your name?
I am Ezra, god of the mists.
Ezra, God of the Mists.
And
Ezra,
you
you're all out of
4
magic?
Sorry?
You're all out of magic? You got nothing to help us with here?
We're inside Ravenloft. The mists of each domain are an unbelievably powerful thing. The dark powers are keeping me here. The dark powers are keeping everyone here. The watchers in the mist are probably watching this as some kind of twisted form of entertainment, he says with a wink to Twitch. I had to do so much to be able to bring you through. I had to break the rules of the realms. I had to bring non-magical beings. I'm trapped here too, and I can't get out until you get out. Oh no. Oh, my whole future's attached to 4 jesters.
This guy's a drama queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, how do we get back out? Like, if we save you, does that mean we can go home?
Yes, but if you're all jesters, you're going to need powers, which means you're going to need items. So luckily, I brought you to the softest, easiest, safest realm in all of Ravenloft. There should have been a cakewalk.
There was a man with a horse and flames and flying swords. What
He's
are you
coming
talking
back
about?
for us tomorrow.
Or
You know,
tonight,
to save my
night after he
chest.
kills the other people.
Oh, the Black Knight?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I
Yeah, you
assume.
need to steal his helmet.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So there's just 3 little things you got to get. You got to get the Black Knight's helmet.
Tell me.
God, we'll write
You
this
have to
down.
take...
I mean, remember.
It's a house. You can write things down. You're all sketch comedians. You got notebooks. We'll allow this for content.
I can put it in my phone. I'm typing in my phone. Just because it doesn't have service, it can still work.
Yeah, so you've got to defeat the Dark One, which is outside of the town. But to do that, you need these 3 items. That should make you powerful enough. You need the Black Knight's helmet.
Huh?
You need the Reality Blade, which the Spider Folk have in the Nightwood.
No.
And you need the Laurel of Thorns, which you take this laurel and you go over to the Death Mountain where the Skinless are, and you have to dip it in the blood cauldron of the Skinless.
What?
Skinless? Skinless?
Blood.
Yeah, they don't have skin.
Cauldron.
As I said, it's the least imaginative realm. Everything's kind of literal.
I have a question. What are you doing during all of this? Can you go to the skinless people? And
No,
dip-
I'm
and dip
trapped
the
in
hat
my
in?
own realm.
Where's that?
Well, you know where the mists are?
Here?
Kind of way out
Kind
there
of.
Outside.
by the forest.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Ravenloft 101. Inside Ravenloft, there are hundreds and thousands of individual domains, each of them ruled over by a dark lord.
Boring.
One of those.
We need to hear this.
Guys, shut the fuck up.
Write
Okay,
that
sorry,
down.
guys.
That can be in the next Edinburgh festival we go to.
Oh.
So you're in one right now, and you've just got to kill the Dark Lord. And then we'll go from there. I don't want to get you guys thinking too far ahead.
Go from there?
Yeah, I'm
Where-
stuck in my realm. So that means I can't, I'm in my own domain. I can't get to you.
Okay, how about this? We saw the Black Knight, so we know what we're going up against with that guy. So let's just go and get his helmet.
He has like flying swords, though,
You-
dude.
All have no pants. Can we
Yeah.
get you pants
Oh, yeah.
first?
Yeah. Can we add pants to the list? 'Cause
Yeah, can you
that's-
wizard us some pants?
I can't help you with any of that, but you're in a town. There's got to be people there. Either talk to the living or steal from the dead. I don't care. That's a kind of a you problem.
Steal from the dead. Steal from the dead.
We got 2 little guy corpses here.
I'm gonna start wearing their underwear right now. Can we strip them right now? Actually, just or
Yes,
I'm not
yes,
kidding.
we can.
I mean, like, can we at least like take what we want?
I mean,
like,
they've got
a symbol.
they've got swords and shields, which we could use.
There you go.
Do you need me for this part of this? This feels like it's more a you thing. I'll be around if he wants to talk to the Laurel.
Wait, hold on. What like, okay, we got to steal this guy's helmet. We
Yeah,
need to
that'll
know
make you more
stuff
powerful.
about him. So, like,
What?
who is this Black Knight guy?
Yeah,
I
what's his
don't
deal?
know.
Like, is
I'm
he
not
weak?
from here. Go talk to someone else.
What?
Where are you from? He's
I
from
am
the,
from
he's
the
from the
Mist.
mist we came from.
But
I am Ezra, god of the mists. You all
Yeah.
need to help me. This is a
Yeah.
quest.
Do you
if
know-
you need more information, it's not my fault that you weren't champions. You're supposed to be warriors. And then this would have been easy.
Made us come here.
I made warriors come here, and I may have made miscalculations. There are limits on what I can do in this place.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
made a mistake, is what you
Mhm.
did.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Fine, I did. But you're stuck here. So either save us all, or I don't know, shut up and die.
Hey
Oh,
guys,
fuck
All
you.
right, I'm taking the thing off. And if
Yeah,
anybody else
fuck
wants to
this
talk to him,
guy.
that's fine.
No.
I'm gonna go.
hey guys, I'm gonna go get their underwear right now, and I already got them. So who wants 2 of them?
To be clear, the
I-
one thing you are wearing is underwear.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm good on the underwear.
You don't need
Extra
second
underwear.
If you want to
Yes.
loot the corpses, there are also townsfolk who died outside who are more normal size, whose bodies are lying in the street.
So we're not wearing like armor halter tops. Kind of.
Again,
man.
you can if you want. I'm just going to point. Everyone except Guy might think to look outside.
Yeah, I'll try and go look outside, see if there's anything useful these places have, because I feel bad. These outfits are terrible.
Yeah,
Can you roll me a perception? Anybody who's going to search.
I'm gonna search.
Guy, can you roll me
Yep.
a performance?
Okay.
I only got an
9.
11.
I have 17, and my skill is +4.
Holy shit.
Guys,
Wow.
crushing
Okay.
it.
Wow.
Adam?
I rolled a total of 12.
So you 3 get pants. Just regular pants that fit. You find them
Big
on
improvement.
somebody. They're a little bloodstained. They're a little torn, but they're fine. I mean, Del, you didn't need pants. But you
No,
found
I
the 4 of them
helped
with your
find
pairing.
pants. Yes.
Yeah, you bring a pair of pants back for Guy, but
Yes.
Guy, through his crafting and general care, Guy, what outfit did you build for yourself out of these 2 dead squires' outfits?
Okay, so I've made what are the things that are they called? Boulders? What the
Pauldrons? Is that what you're trying to say?
pauldrons? So the 2 helmets are pauldrons that I have on my shoulders. I've basically taken their shirts, I've tied a knot in them, and I've wrapped them around almost kind of like a toga as well, just to cover up my whole body because they were too small before, to actually wear. As for the pants, fuck it. I don't need the pants, but I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna wrap them around my little belly for the time being, so I can always, because if it
Guy's
ever
little
gets
belly.
too cold, I can take them out and use them as a little blanket,
Like a
but-
hoodie in the 90s. Just wrap it around your
Exactly.
waist. Yeah.
or modern day, as Guy Bradford does.
Guy, I'm going to say with your improvised semi-armor halter top outfit, you are going to have the equivalent of studded leather armor. So your AC is now 14 instead of 12. And everybody else has pants. The battle is clearly on the other side of town. You are surrounded by bodies. You have Smokewing's house. Do you want to hide out for the night? Do you want to go towards the battle? Do you want to head into the woods? What's your plan?
Do I see Smokewing anywhere? His body or him fighting?
No body, but you're not seeing anybody around here. So your guess would be Smokewing is off at the battle.
I don't feel like it'd be good to stay here all night, considering a spooky, creepy horseman threatened us at this door. So I would feel better going to another house. What do you
different
all
building?
say? Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I crazy for wanting to check this guy out and see more of what he can do if we need to take his fucking helmet?
I'm thinking we can
recon?
maybe
Yeah.
Yes, recon, Del. I
Ooh.
guess it's just recon. Yeah.
Cool.
The tail of the Black Knight helmet's caper. I don't know.
We don't need his cape.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, let's find a safe house that is taller that we can look out a window and be like, horse, spooky guy far away, maybe see.
Oh, that's really smart. Yeah, we'll go as high as we can to see the lay of the land.
Can you all roll me a perception check? It is very dark. By daytime, you can spot what you want really easy, but it's dark at nighttime.
I rolled a
11.
4. It's all dark.
I'm a 12.
total of 14.
Oh, yeah.
Then Tyler?
11.
Adam, you just squeak it out. You are all looking into the distance. For the rest of you, there is battle. There are random fires. The whole town is a flickering series of terrifying nightmares. But Adam, you look into the distance and see that there is a tall, ramshackle tower in the center of town. So if you were to head right towards the center of town and climb up that tower, you should be able to see where the Black Knight is, theoretically, or at least have a better idea of what's going on.
I say, look, a tall ramshackle tower near the center of town.
Good eye, Adam.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Good
Oh.
looking out.
And he
Well,
did that without a lighter. Pretty impressive, guys.
Pretty impressive.
I think it's the
I
blood
guess-
loss. I think it's just opening up new avenues for my eyes.
I do feel better after the group hug and being mad at that other guy.
Yeah.
To the tower!
And let's
Quietly,
find-
guy, quietly.
to the tower.
Yes.
Is your plan to stealth to the tower? Are you running to the tower to try to cover the ground? What's your group strategy for this, just so we can all picture it?
Can I just throw this past you guys? I think we kind of put those two together. We kind of crouch under the sight line of anybody in houses.
The hunch sprint of so many third-person shooters.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'll tell you right now, that's going to hurt my back real fast. But
But you're so strong in this game, Tyler.
yeah.
Can you all roll me athletics?
I'll do it. Oh, fuck.
That's a 5 for Tyler.
To
Yep,
17.
I got 5.
I have 13.
Del and Guy, you both managed to stay low the whole way to the tower. Adam and Tyler, you both get really tired and your back starts to hurt halfway.
Shit.
So
Fuck.
you can maintain the pace, but the thing that disturbs you the most is there are cases where the nightmare dogs or the squires spot you on the street and move towards you, and then they see who you are and they lower their weapons and the squires point at you with one hand, with one finger raised as you hurry towards the center of town. When you reach the tower, you can see that it has been fortified all the way around. There are ruins of bricks laid against it. There are other things just to make it absolutely supported, not easily set aflame, despite the fact it's wooden at the top. There are bars over all the windows, ultra reinforced. There is one door that you can see facing towards you. You can hear the combat raging within a couple of blocks of this tower. It's about 5 stories tall, if you were to try to guess in terms of our modern construction. Okay. And there is one metal door that has been built into the interior structure that's very reinforced.
Mm-hmm. I know we need to do stuff, but I feel like every door we open, we're just going to die.
So... not going into the tower?
I mean, but we have to do something, right?
We do, yeah. I'm gonna knock.
You're gonna knock?
I'm gonna knock. And I will go up to the door and knock 3 times.
Hello.
Hi. We'd like to come in. We're warriors. We're champions from another place, from Earth. Is that,
from Earth? I haven't heard of anyone from Earth in so long.
And the door opens. You can step inside.
Cool.
I run in.
Yeah.
Can we all get in there?
I'll scoot in.
The door closes and the old man turns to you, and you're all surprised to see literally Werner Herzog looking at you saying,
"That's right, it's me, Werner Herzog.
I have
been trapped here so long.
I knew it!
It's so nice to see other people from Earth. Maybe you can save us all from this amazing hell."
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dumb Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Dark Mysterious Halloween Night by Sound Gallery by Dmitry Taras. And our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too!
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time. Christopher Little, Sue One, George Dolby, Richard Cranium, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, OMG It's Big Nick, D&D and Things, Schrodinger's Pepper, Guy Edwards, Flea Unit, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Nithrian, Garbo Ape, Locke, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless, Diophasis, Loki Burrito, Squishy Werewolf, Remy, Funky Head, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.